Hello! This is your buddy, ArchAcadia. And you, my fellow Leagarians. We're gonna be playing, Nautilus jungle. A little naughty. Being a little naughty in the jungle. And, we're gonna go, take our W, similar to Vi taking her W. But our W gives us a shield. It resets our, auto attack. Well, lots of good things. And why did I go Naughty Dog? It was because if we check out their composition, they've got a dangerous composition. So a good initiate like Nautilus can turn the tides. Okay, so they're gonna try to get vision on me, so they can predict my movements. Now Shyvana, she can build Blade the Rune King. Alright. That's pretty good, not too bad. Gonna get a smite early damage on that guy. Mr. Wolf. Alright, now I'm gonna see if I can get a pull. Get a hook, rather. There we go. It's definitely gonna be good to okay. Just wanted to check that. To pay attention to mid laners, because Diana can be like dangerous mid to late game, and so can LeBlanc. So depending on who gets ahead first, that kind of stuff is definitely going to impact this game greatly, in my opinion. Alright, 430. Be maxing that. Yeah, I'll get these guys. Okay, so I think he saw me. It's gonna back out. Hug my turret there. So Kha'zix is top. I don't know exactly where he is, so we're gonna warn We're gonna warn LeBlanc. One of the reasons why, if I have enough gold, I'm gonna get boots and vision ward. It's because like my next power spike with Cinderhulk is gonna be for quite a while. So getting that mobility first. What's going on there? Getting the mobility, it's gonna help a lot. Alright, so we're gonna pretty much do the exact gank we just did. But actually, we're gonna... Alright. No need to do my Riptide. They know what direction I'm coming from. So I need to change that up a bit. I'm gonna throw some wards out. How is, ooh. Looks like Garen's gonna have a tough time. Try to absorb a little bit of that. Alright. Throw a ward over there. I might be able to get the Kha'zix. There we go. Nicely done. Alright. Hopefully Garen will do the right thing. Ah, yes. He cannot. That's quite alright. Getting my mid laner ahead is pretty good, and good enough for me. Like, later the game goes, I'll be quite an issue to deal with. Alright, so we're gonna head this way. I'm gonna assume that she's got that warded. Or she just warded it. We should be able to get our Cinderhulk now. Let's check that out. Cinderhulk? Yes, yes. Yes, thank you, Cinderhulk. Gonna grab another Vision Ward. Looks like our mid laner helped out top, and that's what I like to see. Saw Kha'zix. Ah. There we go. Nice triple. I don't want to do this. No. Sorry, boys. We wouldn't, like, I feel like if we kill Dragon, we'd be too low. Then we'd have to back, and then LeBlanc would miss some CS or something. Well, I mean, they would be able to push up. I don't hold Dragon in too high a regard. And both they were low. Just gonna cover the angles for the LeBlanc. I think she can handle herself at the moment. I think she should be good. Okay. Let Kha'zix waste time. I want to push mid. There we go. Alright, so I'm not worried about chasing that. I mean, guys, if you guys won't listen to me, there's nothing I can do for you. I mean, you can make the argument that it is a good call to get Dragon at that point, but I mean, Ezreal is like alive. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna head back. So who's their biggest guy? Shyvana. Okay, so we're gonna work towards we're gonna work towards this guy from Thornmail action. We're gonna get that upgrade. Wonder if I should go Swifties this game. Probably Moby Boots. Yeah. Moby Boots sounds pretty good. I'm gonna throw out some wards for LeBlanc. Okay. Oh, nice. Wow. Not too shabby. There's nothing over there. Like, I got all the camps, so I'm not worried about... Does LeBlanc have the teleport? Okay, no, she doesn't. Alright, so if I can... Well, I better... Alright, so she ignited me. I'll just be able to walk away from that. And I'm gonna head back. Garen is gonna do whatever he's gonna do. I'm gonna get, well, I can't quite afford that yet. So we're gonna get Mobies. Get out into lane. I've still put like mobility at such like a high, in high regards, like so Mobies is gonna kick in right now. Okay, they're a little pushed up. If they go in, I can definitely... Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna skedaddle up here, throw a ward out. Put a ward there. Ah. This Shyvana is just gonna go back and forth there. So we are looking good. We are sitting pretty at the moment. Because Nautilus is all about that late game. Alright, so I'm going to drift towards mid to bottom to help out Jhin. Oh. Wow. What a turnaround fight. Well, that wasn't too much of a turnaround fight, I don't think, but... So we're just gonna get spotted here. Nothing too fancy. It takes some damage, not much. From the Annie. Annie doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah, she's only got Frost Queen's Claim. You got it. Oh, oh. Dang it. Okay, so they might have it warded. I guess not. I don't like when others engage Dragon, but you gotta roll with the punches sometimes. LeBlanc is gonna be making some stranger danger plays. There we go. I gotta go top and prevent the Shyvana from pushing. Pushing too much, that is. It's chasing ya! Ooh, so much justice. It was like I wasn't aiming at all for that tower, or not the tower, but the wall. But I wanted to get Shyvana, but since I got the wall anyway, I might as well. Get that damage. Alright. Garen can push. I'm gonna go back and get Thornmail. So Thornmail, and what else? What else do we need here? She's going what? Full damage, really? Okay, so they're mostly AD. Okay. So this guy, well, no, I already have that. Alright. Ezreal is what? Going for the tiers. So Abyssal Scepter, maybe? Yeah? Okay, yeah. Looks good. Looks good. Abyssal Scepter is gonna help with their various AP damages. Doesn't have a whole lot, but is something gonna... I feel like something is going to break out here. That was pretty crazy that Annie to just like... Alright. Gonna hide behind here a little bit. Get out of there. Can we take this? I think we can. Alright. No blue buff over there. Gonna go get my red. So they definitely shouldn't have gone in there. They're behind in kills, meaning they're behind in items. Their bot lane was pushed up, so they're gonna miss all that experience. Looks like they still want to fight, and that is not a good idea for them. Like, Annie does not do enough, like, burst. I'll just stroll down here. Alright. Okay. Oh, yikes. And the surrender comes out. Ooh. All right. Definitely good champion to pick old Nautilus with the double kill. 2-0-15, 15. That is, that is where you want to be with Nautilus. Let's do it a little item item analyzation. Thornmail for the Shyvana that was ahead at the time. You got Cinderhulk for that glorious AoE damage and health. Boots of mobility, so when I thought something would break out, I could just get away from jungle as quick as I can and just, walk right into a fight and, clean things up. And I was building an Abyssal Scepter for their Diana, for their Annie, and Shyvana does some magic damage, and Ezreal does some magic damage. So that would have helped with everybody. And Abyssal Scepter is a little more offensive than a Legion of the Aegeus, because with you're going to get some additional AP, and you're going to get that additional AP in addition to the resistance for yourself and for a group that's around you. Garen, he went 5, 6, and 3 versus the Shyvana, so fairly even up top. Garen built a Black Cleaver, and Shyvana has no real armor to speak of, so this is kind of a, you can still make it work, and I think he did. Because you're still going to do a lot of damage, and she's going to have some initial defense from her masteries, or her runes, rather. Giant's Belt, so it looks like he was building a Dead Man's Plate. That's fine, so that mobility. So Garen affected other things on the map, even though he didn't do too well in lane. So that is perfectly fine. Mercury Treads, that is a great pick versus the Annie to Diana. All these guys do a lot of magic damage and some binds, and with Garen not being able to bind Garen for very long makes him so hard to catch. The Thresh Frozen Heart is a great item. I'm glad that he got that because Ezreal would eventually build it. The Shyvana would build it, or did build it, and that's going to cut down their attack speed. Diana is attack speed orientated. Items like Nashor's Tooth, Ezreal. So 4 out of 5 of their guys are pretty on top of attack speed. If I were to look at my because I hadn't looked at Thresh or anybody's build, if I had to rethink my build, but we were ahead. The smart play would have been going a little more offense or defensively, and building a Frozen Heart would have been a pretty good idea, because they don't do any damage in terms of, so I wonder when people get an item like Frozen Heart, and some people are attack heavy, attack speed heavy, you kind of want them to, attack as fast as they can, doing as minimal amount of damage to proc that thorn mail. So, each basic attack reflects magic damage back to the user, and that's based on my armor. So it might have been better. It might have been better to, stack armor items. But Frozen Heart is an armor item, so I think it would be They did so, yeah. So offensively, going Abyssal Scepter is good, if not better, and it is going to provide. It would have provided some extra magic. So even though my answer, like without reviewing my team's composition, like their items, was the right choice, I should have taken a point. So one of the mistakes is I should have looked at what our support was building, because I'm going to be building items like that, and I want to build stuff that complements him, not necessarily because you're not going to get this unique aura twice. Although, all battles are not going to be all battles are not going to be fought with everybody grouped up all the time. So, all right, so he got Boots of Swiftness instead of Moby's, and that works. It's a consistent amount of speed instead of what Moby's does is when it activates, it applies that extra 115, and Moby's it's got that 60, so it's quite a speed boost to get where you need to be. And Boots of Mobility is so nice on Nautilus because he tends to be a little slow. The LeBlanc, she just got ahead masterfully, and I think I helped in the beginning, and getting your mid laner ahead and your mid laner being good, knowing how to affect other lanes and whatnot. It's quite the clincher. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting. I am I'm level 15 while everybody else is not as. So I had a good amount of farm, and I had almost as much gold as LeBlanc. All right, so this is fine. Seeker's Arm Guard that totally is a good item because of their attack speed and the AD damage that they do. More Economicon for cooldown reduction, awesome item. Abyssal Scepter for a little defense versus the Diana, because Diana is going to get the Abyssal Scepter. So she made a good play here with the Abyssal Scepter. She could have gotten a Thane's Holy Grail as well, I think, and that would help with, but that wouldn't boost her ability power that much. But we would have had overlapping. This is the overlapping thing I was talking about. We already had an Abyssal Scepter, and I was working on an Abyssal Scepter, so I need to pay attention to that. Diana, Abyssal Scepter is a common item. You got Gnasher Tooth for that speed, so pretty much offensive build. But it wasn't going too much her way. Like, even with an offensive build with slight, defenses with Abyssal Scepter, Diana is dangerous because of her shield. She has the capacity of surviving battles that you're like, oh, she's dead. Oh wait, she's got her shield. The Ezreal was building Freeze Ezreal. Unfortunately, it takes a little while to get going. So if your team is behind and you're behind, as an ADC, you're not 4 deaths versus 1 kill. This build is going to take a while. And the Jhin, so he did well. Every lane did well. Garen pretty much went even. He affected other lanes. So being ahead in bottom lane and mid lane helped a lot to secure the surrender. The Annie didn't do too much damage, so she's and she's behind. So more utility is the way to go. I don't know about this Seeker's Arm Guard. She's building it's sort of similar to when you're behind a Morgana, you want to get utility. This item, I can see what's going on. She's gonna pop her bear and get a big attack, and if somebody starts attacking, she's gonna Zanya's, and she's gonna do damage over time with the bear and have her abilities come back up. So this can work, but she's got such a lack in damage that it would make it difficult. So how would you deal with that with an Annie? That is interesting. Zanya's is a bit utilitarian, so it's not too bad. But I don't think that the champion makes things a little difficult when you're behind as Annie. But it might have been you could say you could go all AP and just explode with damage. Now that is effective. You can also, you could also communicate with your entire team and have some utility, and this is fine for that, and group together and get a big kill. That's one way they could have done it, and they needed that communication to shut down LeBlanc and shut down me. That would have been some nice gold in their pocket. The Kha'zix looks like he went Black Cleaver, so he rushed some big offensive items, and that's a problem because I'm Nautilus and I'm gonna fight with my group, and you're not gonna get that isolation damage. I can see where he's going with the Black Cleaver. Like, you got Garen and Nautilus, two tanky guys, and then Thresh, another tanky guy, and you need to cleave through that armor. But LeBlanc's gonna be hard to get. I'm gonna be CCing you. I'm gonna stun you, bind you, all that stuff. Jin, you get that distance. Even his ultimate is scary distance. So Kha'zix, the way that he's, well, I think that if he would have gone, that's interesting. Like, Kha'zix, I feel like you need to go more offense than anything else, and Kha'zix also scales pretty well with AD. But this, meaning like his abilities are bursty, but his like he's so squishy. Like Vi, you get a little shield, and you get that surprise attack. Now similarly, but I find that Kha'zix is like squishy, so if you don't kill people with your combo, they can just walk away, and you might get killed yourself walking into like danger or something. So champion that would be better than Kha'zix, a little, like, because like if you, okay, so let's say Vi versus Kha'zix, like, it's hard to make, I think, Kha'zix work because of his inability to stun. He can slow, but to lock down someone, like Vi can Q, you can do her combo, and then do her R, so that's like a double stun, and you can chain it in such a way that you do a lot of damage, and you can even, solo kill. The issue with Kha'zix is being able to stick to people, and so if you're not getting ahead early, if you're not, it's kind of hard to go tank. Like with Vi, you can be effective as a tank with Vi because of her stuns, and you can catch people out and whatnot, but you need to have your party with you, because you're not going to do that much damage as a tank, and they can just run away or something like that, even with a full combo. Your Q, your R, your punch them up. You toss them up into the air and punch and throw them down with Vi. So with Kha'zix, you have, like, you can't, your build paths, I feel, are a little bit limited, but maybe not. Maybe someone's got a tanky Kha'zix that's pretty good out there, and he's a better Kha'zix player. The Shyvana, she went, like, if you want to go this build, it is going to be tricky, because if she tries to help in a team fight, she's going to have no defenses. She's pretty good versus the Garen, Like she's gonna out sustain the Garen, but in team fights she's squishy, and she should have did things like roam around the map and push or threaten or push objectives with this build, and then later on get tanky. I remember she was like hanging around in mid quite a bit, and then I was just able to walk up there, and here they are they're going way across the into our territory in the map, and even Annie flashes to try to get a stun, and like, what is that? Like, you've got two people coming after you, and it's just like she just was like too focused on trying to get a kill when I don't think she did get a kill. I'll have to review that, but alright, so this is ArchAcadia, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this Naughty Dog in the Jungle. Alright.